That's actually a mistake that we used to see a lot more in African football 10, 15 years ago, but we don't see so much anymore. And basically what happened was that South Africa, in a match against Lesotho, a match that they were heavily favored in, they didn't really need to do this, and they didn't do it intentionally anyways, but they fielded a midfielder named Teboho Mokoena, probably their best midfielder in the match, and they won the match 2-0. The issue wasn't even flagged. I guess in the FIFA statutes it says it has to be flagged within 48 hours, but neither Nigeria or Lesotho really figured out that that was happening. Somehow, I think the internet investigators found out that Mokoena had picked up too many yellow cards. He was supposed to be suspended, and he played. And just a few weeks ago, FIFA sanctioned South Africa. Not only took 3 points, but they also made them forfeit the match 3-0. So they took away the 2 goals that they scored against Lesotho, and then also gave them 3 goals conceded. So South Africa were leading the group with 17 points to Benin's 14, and they also had a +8 goal difference, and now they're a +3 goal difference, which puts them in second place. That said, I still have a lot of confidence in South Africa. This is a team that finished third in the last AFCON. They're reminiscent of that golden generation of Egyptian national teams between 2006, 2008, 2010 that won 3 straight AFCONs, in that most of their squad is locally based, not just locally based, but from one club named Mamelodi Sundowns. And we saw that they were really impressive at the Club World Cup this summer, pushing Borussia Dortmund, beating Ulsan. And so I think they finished the group with 4 points. So up to 7 to 8 starters from Mamelodi Sundowns actually ended up starting for South Africa at the AFCON. There's been a little more diversity in recent times with Orlando Pirates, who have also risen up the ranks. They have a great, fantastic young player named Rele Bohila Mofokeng. But South Africa, again, if you're paying attention to African football, they've been the main riser over the last 20, 21 months since the last AFCON. They've been one of the most consistent sides. And so I fully expect them really to come away with 6 points from the next 2 matches. And I don't think Benin and Nigeria are going to have a chance to come through.
Yeah, that seems like a massive penalty, that big point swing and the goal difference swing when, it's pretty fine margins in World Cup qualifying. It does seem harsh. And, I'll take your prediction that South Africa should still qualify, but it seems like it does open up just a bit of a window for Nigeria, who normally I would think would be one of the first couple teams out of qualifying and well into any World Cup proper. And yet they're struggling mightily in this Group C. What has gone wrong for the Nigerians, who, again, are just, to me, one of the traditional powers?
And at the last AFCON, Nigeria finished runners-up. They only lost to the host Cote d'Ivoire in the final. I think where it all went wrong was after that tournament, they didn't really want to extend their coach, Jose Peseiro. He's a Portuguese coach who's sort of Jose Mourinho's best friend. He was playing an ugly brand of football. It was kind of like a 4-5-1 or a 5-4-1. And they were really playing counter-attacking football. They would give up possession and use Victor Osimhen's pace to get in behind defense. But it worked. They were winning matches 1-0. Even Osimhen wasn't really firing on all cylinders, but they weren't scoring a ton of goals, but they were a cohesive unit. And I think that's really what's been lacking. After Peseiro, they go through an interim coach, and then they hire a local coach, and it doesn't really work out. And now they're at Eric Schell, who was coaching Mali at the last AFCON. But even he's sort of been given a suicide mission. They're like, all right, get us to the World Cup. But he started off with like a huge delay. The other teams had a massive head start. And so in addition to all of that, in addition to the coaching instability, Victor Osimhen's only played in 4 out of these 8 World Cup qualifiers. He's been sort of plagued with injury. He's going to play in October for these 2 matches, but he's still not fully fit, as he mentioned recently. We saw that even though he's not fully fit, he could still be very effective. As he was with Galatasaray against Liverpool in the European Champions League, but that he's such a key to how they function and what they do. Not just because of the goals he scores, but also because of how he harries, the opposing defensive lines. He's kind of like a weight on the opposing defense. If he's there, everybody else is better. All the attacking players that surround him, whether it's Ademola Lookman, whether it's Alex Iwobi, whether it's Samuel Chukwueze, they're all better. So it's really been the health of Victor Osimhen and then the coaching instability, in my opinion, that's done Nigeria.